Hi.
Do you know what this is?
Ta-da! Ta-da! We couldn't get him to speak a minute ago, now he won't shut up. We haven't vlogged for the last couple of weeks, and I can't even tell you why, because
we've been too busy eating chocolate and finding this lockdown sleeping is just really busy.
Yes. So anyway, this is what we have this week. We tried to escape.
Yeah.
Tried to escape the house. We actually got in the van and took off, but something followed us. So you'll find out.
You'll find out. But I think the best bit is Elisa gets interviewed, and you'll see a little bit of nostalgia where we go back on how we met.
Yeah, there's a great radio station, Loughrea Community Radio, and they asked me in for it's an hour interview, but don't worry, you're not going to hear it that much. But yeah. We've been asked by lots of people how we met, so this is your chance of finding out. So thanks for watching.
Yeah, see you soon.
Please subscribe and make a comment, because we answer all your comments. Nothing else to do. Well, Shane, we're heading off. I can't believe it. We're going to hop into the van, and where will we go? Where will we go, Shane?
Down the road, back again.
That's in 5 kilometers. So we're going to spend the night up at the lake to ease my mother out of our presence. It must be very difficult for her when we leave. / she's delighted. So we're going to head off for the night, and because it's beautiful, and why not? Loughrea. This is the town's COVID triumph. Used to be a pub called John Patrick's, but during lockdown they shut the pub and opened up a coffee hatch, and they've probably done more money in coffee than they've done in beer for the last while. This was my dad's shop once upon a time. Now it's an Italian restaurant. Yeah, Duncullen Street turns into Main Street, and this is called, well, it's owned by Grace's Super Spar. My dad ran the off license there when he shut the shop, and yeah, he called it Nights In. Very clever. He was very clever. Oh, some fish. Oh, canoes. I wonder if that's Pat Shaughnessy. Mom's neighbour, Pat Shaughnessy. Canoes might be him.
Oh no.
What? Oh. So the car park in the lake has barriers, so you can't get into the big car park, but there's a small little one here which we're hoping we can park outside, but it looks pretty full, is it?
I can't. I'm gonna have to go right up and try and turn around.
So we're up at the lake. Shane is... Oh, are you playing a song? Oh wow, Hunter, that's so lovely. Wow, look at a one-man band. Whoop whoop. Shane is cooking something lovely. And I am...
pasta.
Simple pasta. So simple for me, and I'm drinking wine.
Pasta! It's coming.
Pasta, look. So far we've had, because of our English reg, we've had a lot of we've had a lot of people looking at us. Actually, just as well, because we're in a camper van. People think we're probably traveling around the country, which we're not. We were in for a swim earlier with my friends, and yeah, we'll probably go for another swim in the morning. Shane's going to try out his wetsuit, see how that works. So we went away, we left Mam for the night, and we just looked, and we had a little bit of dinner left over, and who came knocking? Mam! Van and the pram.
I missed them so much.
Van and the pram and ma'am. Woo! Thanks for coming up, Benny.
Oh, you're welcome.
Did you miss us?
Yes, I was out walking, so I decided to call.
We just got a knock at the door. We thought it was the guards moving us on. Well, so lovely. Well, you're welcome. We don't have any white wine though. We only have red.
No, I don't want any wine.
Cup of tea?
Yes, a cup of tea would be rather nice.
Lovely.
Even though I'm just after it.
Look at Mum visiting us. We're only gone a couple of hours. Look at the two of them in there now. Oh, look at this. This is where we're parked up tonight. This is Loughrea Lake. And you've seen me jumping in here a few times. And it's 2 kilometers from where we live, which is handy. Van and a pram with Ma'am. Ooh, where are we going, Hunter? Where are we going? What did you say a minute ago? That you wanted to go back to Greggy's house? Did you? Will we stay here for a little walk? Mind the water side. Come in this way a little bit, sweetheart. Yeah. Wow.
Really cold. Really cold.
You're really cold. You've been in colder weather than this.
The house gone.
What you say?
The house gone.
Greggy house gone. Oh God. Hmm?
That's right.
Yeah. Morning. So we've just woken up in our van. Morning. Morning. Hunter didn't sleep very well last night, and amongst all his rantings he said, I don't want to be in the van anymore. Which I hope that was just a... Oh, now so this is us this morning. Look at this view. Ah, that's not bad, is it? So it was relatively quiet last night. I was surprised. I thought there might be more cars coming up. So we had, it was lovely. So we might go for a swim before the whole town comes up and sees us looking like this. Oh, hi. Hunter, are you bringing our bag for us?
He's given up.
You bringing the bag? You were going shopping?
You hold one side and I hold the other. You hold this one. Ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Shane's hat is back. Oh, morning swan. Look at the swan,
Hello,
Hunter.
Mr. Swan.
Look. Oh, wow.
Hello, Mr.
Oh,
Swan.
look, it's waving his tail.
Hello, he's looking for bread. See, that's the mummy swan. There's the baby swan.
Oh, wow. Look.
Mummy swan, baby swan. Now the mummy swan might get a little bit protective.
Now.
Baby swan, do, 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 do.
So we haven't been up at the lake this early. This is the benefits of sleeping right beside it. So we'll go for a little swim, and then we might have some breakfast and then get back to Mum because she misses us. So I'm outside Loughrea Community Radio, which was set up I think earlier this year, last year, and they've asked me to do an interview with them talking about leaving Loughrea, leaving Ireland, heading off, and I guess what we're up to now. So we're inside at Loughrea Community Radio, and this is their new studio, And this is Daniel Cronin, one of the presenters, who's going to be interviewing me in a couple of minutes. So I didn't expect that you guys would have a studio.
Well, this is, hey Lisa, how you doing? And you're welcome.
Thank you.
This is our second little home. We were our third home, actually. We had hoped to get a studio, but with lockdown and everything going on, that kind of just threw a spanner in the works. But we managed to get something over, a room over the Christmas, and then we moved to a premises that was closed down, a business. So we've actually got this office. And Dave Gardner, our techie man, among a few others, but he's the main tech guy, set it all up, and this is fantastic.
Perfect.
This is my first time in here.
It's amazing. I hope you know what you're doing.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. This is Daniel Cronin in Conversations With. And this morning I'm in conversation with Elisa Kennedy. You're just back in Loughrea after being away for a long time. We'll get to your little travels and stuff like that. But Elisa, tell us about where you grew up in Loughrea.
I grew up in Fahy Gardens. That's where my mum and dad had a house. It was such a really lovely community. All kids were around the same age. We'd be out until 10 o'clock at night. Every year we'd have a sports day where a few of the dads would be out organising sports for us. And
Sports day in Fahy Gardens?
we did. We had a big green out the back. We'd all go out. We'd have an egg and spoon race. We had a three-legged race, the wheelbarrow race. Come on. Do you not remember those? And
I remember them. And who was your buddies down in?
My best friends at the time were Deirdre O'Connors and Paula Hanrahan. We had a great childhood.
Oh, fantastic. You only spent 2 or 3 years in Oz and then you went to New Zealand. Was that a choice or was that a condition of the visa or something?
It was. So I spent 2 years in Australia. I had a year's visa. Then I would go out and come back into the country. And then after the 2 years, I had to leave. So I went to New Zealand and I ended up working in an Irish bar in Auckland called The Immigrant. No surprising. The guy who used to manage The Immigrant had now moved up north and he eventually got in touch. He said, you have to see more than Auckland, myself and my friend Kathy. So we went up to this guy Jerry's place in Northland, and yes, he introduced me to Shane, who was running a bar, and it was film night. We arrived late. He shut the doors. He said, what kind of film would you like? And what drinks would you like? But we'd been working crazy hours in a nightclub, so I kind of fell asleep on the table. Not because I had drunk too much, I was just really tired. But Shane likes to say that I had fallen asleep and make it sound awful. So that's the first time I met him. And then he came down to Auckland and it was 2.5 hour drive actually, but he used to drive after his working in the bar, pick me up and drive back another 2.5 hours back to his place. So yeah, it was a lot of, he was a bit, Took me a bit longer.
How did Shane come back to Ireland with you?
He did, yeah. Well, I was only a year in New Zealand and then we came back and my aunt and uncle had owned Craig Castle, which was a bed and breakfast and kind of farm. So they were also musicians and they wanted to travel. So they said, look, could you look after the place for us for a year so we could head off to Europe and play Irish music? So we're like, great. So Shane's background, I mean, he's Kiwi, so he's a chef, but he also has done farming and he did a lot of the kind of outdoorsy thing. And I did more of the kind of bookings and doing the B&B side, basically.
You've been with Shane for what, 20 years now at this stage?
21 years, yeah.
And now you're in and with little Hunter, and the 3 of you are inside in this camper van. How's it been going?
We get on really good. We get on great as a team. But I mean, there was definitely some adjusting. We spoke to these campers on our way up to Scotland and they were talking about the rules that they had. And one of the rules was there has to be one person standing up only. And we kind of thought, oh my God, that's so weird. And I don't know, why would you do rules? Anyway, in the end, our rule was there's only one person allowed in the kitchen because if you feel someone else in the kitchen beside you, you just kind of want to kill them. But I mean, the main thing is we're up and out. That's what we're about, out the outdoors. So swimming, cycling with Hunter, just exploring the woods. I mean, that's what it's all about. So.
And tell me, Hunter, no hassle with the van. He's got his little space or something like that, and he's taken to it, no problem.
He loves it. Yeah, totally loves it. He's his little bottom bunk, and he's like stickers it all. And yeah, it's funny though now because obviously we've been living at Mum for quite a while, and so we were in the van the other day, and he was like, "I want to go home." It's like, you are home.
Kabir, we're coming near to the end of it now. Hopes and dreams, Elisa.
Hopes and dreams. Oh gosh. Well, I suppose part of this journey is to find the dream, or where we'll end up in our home, and so I hope that since Dad passed away, it's been like a gaping hole, I guess.
Yeah, I can imagine that, Elisa.
It's it does make you quite philosophical about life, and my hopes initially is that this pandemic will just hurry up and go, so we have time to celebrate with our families again, with our friends again, which is what you really realise is important when you go through something like that. And thank God we have Hunter in our lives. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he seems a cracking little young lad. I've seen him on the come here, tell me. It's the van and pram.
So it's van and a pram.
Van and a pram.
Yeah.
Van and a pram. So if you Google van and a pram in YouTube, you'll see it. And Elisa, are you trying to start a little craze above here in Loughrea Lake? I don't know.
While swimming.
I don't know. You're going to get many people at that, Elisa.
I don't know. There seems to be loads of people who do it. It's also great for the head, It's so good. And once you do it a few times, you do acclimatise. You wait for the pins and needles, and then you hop out.
Fantastic. Elisa, it's been wonderful chatting with you. And I wish you the very best, yourself, Hunter and Shane.